How cool is that, darling? That's Yosemite Valley. What do you think? What do you think?
Pretty.
Pretty, isn't it? Imagine if the sun was out and We have made it! Yosemite Valley is there behind us. This is, they say, the third oldest national park. This was the area that inspired people to put lands aside and protect them. In other words, to create national parks. John Muir was the legend behind this park and fought for many things about it. He loved this park so much. What else? So much about this park. It's a World Heritage Site and it's beautiful, and we're here for nearly a week and it's going to rain every day and maybe some snow. We have worked really hard on this road trip of ours to avoid weather conditions, but Yosemite is so busy that we actually booked this one ahead. We're staying at a lodge down in the southern section of the park near the Mariposa Grove, which is going to be amazing. But we booked it, so we can't change it. We have to learn how to dance in the rain. So we're going to show you this week how to enjoy Yosemite at any time of the year, but especially during the rain. What do you think? She's just staring at me. And she's like, are you crazy? We're going to be here and enjoy the rain? Yes, we are. And so for the next 2 nights, we're actually staying at 1,000 Trails campsite. It's about an hour outside of the park. If you're coming to Yosemite, book months in advance. It's so hard to get accommodation here, whether you're camping or not. Our trail is too big, obviously, to go into the valley at the campsites there, but we wouldn't have been able to get a spot anyway. So this was the only place we could find at late notice. We were going to stay at a Harvest Host, which is a great new thing we discovered for RVers. You get to stay on people's like farms and vineyards and properties, but the persons whose we were staying at got all muddy because of the rain and couldn't take our RV, so we scrambled to find that RV spot until we move into the lodge. So we've come along Highway 20 into the lodge, went through a tunnel and found this view. Look at that, gushing down there, and it's coming from there. Here's our green forest. We want it, girls. No more deserts. El Capitan. Alright, behind me I just showed you was El Capitan, one of the most famous rock climbing sheer rock faces in the world. We can't see any rock climbers up there at the moment, probably because of the weather. But we've pulled over. We're going to go to Bridal Veil Falls right now, which is gushing down over the cliff, and El Capitan is opposite. So Bridal Veil is only short, it's only half a mile, I think, one way. And it's meant to be really windy there and throws the waterfall everywhere in the water. But this is a good spot. Do the hike. We've had the rain has just paused, so we're running out before it comes down, and then you can get the views of El Capitan, and next to it is a Horsetail Falls. Now Craig and I came in here in 06 in the summer, and I tell you, we didn't see hardly any waterfalls, so this is the best time to come because they are gushing. And as you saw as we drove in, the Merced River there was just thundering along, so much water. Can you tell we've been in the desert for 5 months, because we're like giddy little kids here seeing all this water. It's amazing. And the green forest, we're finally back in the forest.
I'm not that wet, but Savannah, Mom and Dad got soaked. It was really funny because Dad was like shivering really hard. But now we're just getting rained on. This isn't the waterfall. So, that's it. Because it was raining too. Yeah, but it was mostly the waterfall. Yeah, but that's it from us. Oh, let's see behind the scenes on the camera. I'm filming on Mom's phone right now, which got soaked. But this is Mom filming on the camera.
What are you doing?
I was filming you filming on the camera.
It's funny. Behind the scenes.
Okay, bye.
Okay, got to make sure I pack my beanie and my gloves for this trip because it's freezing and getting wet on your hands. Oh my gosh, they're so cold. We're going to head into the village now, I think, and get some hot chocolates and get warm inside. And oh, don't forget, a yellow umbrella makes everything so much better. And 20 minutes later, we come back from our walk and El Capitan shrouded in clouds. And you can't even really see the falls beside it. Lucky we came when we did and saw it in its glory. Say it again.
Oh yeah.
Nope. What do you think so far?
Look, it's so much snow.
Do you like the snow? Are you ready?
Look at all that snow.
We had loads of people recommended Hetch Hetchy to us, which is in the northwest part of the park. So we have come here. We're a little lower in elevation, so there's no snow, but we had a beautiful drive here, going up and then coming down, and everything was covered in snow. So we're going to see how we go. There's a 5-mile round trip here to the waterfalls that you see behind me, Wapana, I think it is, falls. So we'll see how we go. It is very cold. We'll see how the girls hold up. Hopefully we can do it. We weren't anticipating snow and rain here in Yosemite. We were hoping for a better experience, but we're going to make this an adventure and have an amazing time, because what else are you going to do? You're spending all this money and time. You can't control the weather. Just make an adventure out of it and love, just love what is. This is it. This is what is, and it's beautiful. And the water is everywhere, as you can see. The Yosemite in the fall, the spring experience is just waterfalls tumbling all along the valley. It's amazing. Oh, and here at Hetch Hetchy you have the O'Shaughnessy Dam, you can see behind me, and thundering down. And this reservoir supplies the water to San Francisco, can you believe it? But this was the area that says to have broken John Muir's heart, and he died not long after trying to fight to stop this. So it's kind of bittersweet here. That's where we're going, Wapana Falls. Let's go through the tunnel. Spooky start to the walk. We're out of the tunnel. Let's see what else this walk has for us.
Check that out there. What's the sign now?
Even the stairs turning into waterfalls, aren't they? we've walked a mile. I think we've come the wrong way, but this is a fun part to the trail, keeping the girls entertained. I feel like we're hiking in England. Get used to hiking in the wet weather for England. So pretty. What's coming? Oh, there's a troll! No! We just passed Tenaya Falls. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. There's no pronunciation guide, so I'm doing the best I can. And then we're heading to Waterfall Falls. And these are two of North America's tallest falls, plunging down over the cliff face and into the reservoir. We're not sure if we can get through to Waterfall. There was a warning that the crossing was too high, so we'll see how we go. We were doing really well. We got almost to Waterfall Falls without a spot of rain, and then in comes the rain cloud.
I said that on the video.
Oh, Kalara said on the video. Well, there you go. We're just waiting under the trees. We're nice and sheltered here.
We lost Dad again.
Yeah, we've lost Dad, so we're waiting for him to catch up. We'll take a quick look at the falls and then get back to the car as quick as we can.
We were really close to the end. Yeah, it's our loop walk, but we're really close to the end. And it was sunny the whole day. And now it's raining again. The clouds are like, I can't really see anything. And like, a couple seconds, like me and Claire had some dramatic falls. Yeah, we fell. Minutes ago, like you could see a lot, and now you can barely see anything. These clouds just came out of nowhere. It looks like windmills. Luckily, we bought ponchos because this entire time we're here it's gonna rain, and it's gonna rain for another week when we leave. But let me go out in the open and show you.
And now we have snow. I'm so proud of the girls. They're being such good troopers.
It's snowing.
Yeah, they're great. We've got our ponchos on and we're nearly there. That's where we're going, just around the corner. Waterfall Falls.
Lol, lol, lol. You okay? Keep moving. Get warmer. There you go. Ah, look at this. It's a whiteout.
Oh, we made it. The snow has finally stopped. We got a bit lower in elevation. The sun's trying to burn it all off, but you can see it did snow here. We're almost at the end. I'm so proud of the girls. It's the first big hike you've done in the snow, isn't it, darling? She's got cold hands and feet, so we're gonna get in the car. We brought a change of clothes, so that's a tip for you when you're out hiking in awful weather. And we're gonna get changed and find a hot chocolate somewhere. Doing a bit of drying of clothes on the dashboard with the heater.
Thawing out.
Thawing out. We got blue sky! Comes out as soon as we walk through an hour of snowstorm. Are the girls over the trauma of the snowstorm hike yet to tell us what they thought?
The starting was fun, but when I came back,
You hated it?
because it was
But you did laugh and feel joyful for a while, but then it got a bit too much, didn't it?
My feet are all cramped.
You did.
My feet and hands.
You both did a super job.
Soldiered on, guys. Well done.
It was beautiful, absolutely stunning hike. I can imagine what it looks like now with the blue sky and the sunshine. No one there really, like we saw a handful of people, but maybe the weather's keeping them away, but it's much harder to get here, so I think it's the hidden gem of Yosemite. What do you think, kids?
Mama.
Hidden gem, away from the crowds?
Mama.
Get yourself to Hetch Hetchy.
Yeah.
What a name too, Hetch Hetchy. Pardon? What have you got there?
My hoodie.
What does it say? Yosemite, to remember your epic hike today.
Mommy, why do you have to be wearing the same
Wait on. Lyra thinks this is really uncool. Let's hold hands and walk in together.
I'm covering
Savannah will hold my hand, won't you? Good morning. Well, after a day of relaxing at Tenaya Lodge yesterday, which was fantastic, we're back in the valley and the sun is shining and we're off for a hike. It's not going to be shining for long though. We've got the rain and thunderstorm happening around lunchtime, so we're out to try and get as much done as we can before then. But we are going to get wet even though it's not raining, because we are doing the Vernal Nevada Falls trail, notorious for a good old soaking. So this is going to be fun. There's also 600 stairs. And I'm puffing already and I've hardly even got any elevation. So this is going to be a fun adventure. We've got our raincoats and our ponchos and a big smile on our dials so that we can just enjoy it no matter how wet we get. All right, let's do it. Not sure how enthusiastic these two are this morning. From the looks of how they're walking, not too enthusiastic. Come on, kiddies, let's do it.
This time around, when the time's right and I'm not alone.
Look at the fierce energy of the 11-year-old striding up the hill. And I can't breathe. This is a tough start. The 7-year-old follows. Wow, I'm impressed. Whoa, superhero. Alright, we made it through the first part, which is all uphill. And now I think we're going to hit those 600 stairs. Let's see. Coming up. Actually, I'm standing on a couple now and the mist is starting to come. Raincoats on, here we go. Stairway to the falls, here we come. If you want to keep your kids focused and continuing to complete this hike, get them to count the stairs. Suddenly they've stopped whinging, they're engaged, focused and having a good time. I think we're only at 45 though. Wow, that's amazing. No swimming in the pool, people. You will go over the edge. It's happened before. Okay, so that's Vernal Falls. Now we're continuing on to Nevada Falls. and then back by the John Muir Trail, so we don't have to go back down those stairs. I can't remember how much longer it is, but I don't think we're halfway yet, but let's go.
When the time's right.
Okay, so sadly we've turned around. We did make it to have a look at Nevada Falls. The girls were just really out of sorts today and complaining a lot, so didn't really want to push them any harder. And we met some man coming back on the trail who's walked this trail about 10 times, and he said he decided not to come down the John Muir Trail this time because he saw some waterfalls gushing over the trail. And he said you'd get absolutely soaking wet, and so because we've had so much rain and snow, and that trail's usually closed in the winter, so not quite sure what the conditions will be like. So we didn't want to push it, and I knew the time was ticking down because there were meant to be thunderstorms coming soon. So it means we've turned around and we now have to go down those stairs. 600 slippery stairs. It would have been easier to go the other way, I feel, but here we go. Let's hope the knees can handle it and the shoes remain sticky.
I know I will come with you, bring you home. This world's strong, and the breeze is fair, and the time's
And that's it. We've almost finished. No one slipped down the stairs. A couple of little attempts, but we did well. We're just coming out of the end of the trail now. Finally hit the flat path. That was a hard walk down. The legs are aching because it's very steep. My tip is come early. Now that we're coming back down, oh my God, there's just far too many people, and it would make that stairway pretty dangerous. Everyone comes out later in the US. We got here at about 8:30. I would even get here earlier. What did you think of it?
Good.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
What did you like the most?
The dangerous part.
The dangerous part. Adventure girl.
Hard to see it.
I saw it. What are you doing, love?
What?
What are you doing?
I'm counting my waterfalls there.
How many have you seen so far?
5,
I thought you saw more than 5.
10.
In a really small stretch of road or valley cliff face. So many waterfalls in here, it's crazy.
Oh, I see one there. That's 11.
Crazy. There's another one up there, Savannah. Did you see that one? Savannah, what's that one? You see that one up there?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we walked to it yesterday, Bridal Veil Falls. I think that's one we could just see from up at that viewpoint. Alright guys, behind me we have the big daddy-o of waterfalls of North America, Yosemite Falls, tallest in America. Craig and I hiked up beside it last time I'm here. We'll see how we go with the girls. We probably won't go all the way up. But look at that, she's a beauty. Alright, what else do you do after a day of epic hike? Because that was an epic hike and a tiring one. Sit around the fire in the lodge with a white wine. I tell you, we went through Yosemite Lodge today in the valley and it looked fine. It'd be great because you've got a wonderful location right near Yosemite Falls, but I was super grateful that we decided to stay an extra 2 nights here instead of staying there, because it's just so much nicer here and you're away from the madness. Because at Yosemite Lodge there's just people everywhere, and I don't think you'd have a nice space like this where you can just sit by the fire and chill out and come back and have a hot tub. Craig went into the steam room. I had a massive massage this afternoon, so I think we're having the ultimate Yosemite experience. Even though we have to drive an hour into the park, I like coming back here and having the warmth and serenity here. I much prefer it, and it really has given us a much better Yosemite experience. So cheers to Tenaya Lodge, cheers to the fire. What a great way to end another great day. Yosemite Falls, let's go check it out. You ready? Let's go check out the main event. So the sun has stayed out longer than we thought today, and the weatherman told us anyway. So we are going to the lower Yosemite Falls. It's only a mile round trip, might be a little bit longer because we had to park a little way away. We thought we might as well do it now while the sun is out, even though we're dog tired from that Vernal Falls hike. But we're going to do it, aren't we, darling? So that was pretty. That was lower Yosemite Falls. You can walk there, very easy, very flat. And if you want to go up and get a closer look at the upper falls, enjoy it. It's quite a strenuous hike. Craig and I did it last time we were here. It was awesome. I was thinking about doing half of it with the kids, but nah. I don't think they're after several months of hiking and some tough hikes at that, and the hikes in here, I don't think they'd be up for that challenge right now. They're pretty tired and they're ready for some city life. Well, the sun is still shining, so we're going to try and catch the famous tunnel and valley view on the way out of here, and hopefully the sun's in the right spot. If you want to check out those scenic viewpoints, the afternoon is better because the sun's in a better position shining on the valley. In the morning it's quite washed out, so fingers crossed the sun will stay out and we can get some beautiful shots for you and for ourselves. Someone's ready to relax.
Yeah, we're going back home to the hotel now.
Come on, Unicorn Queen. What are you doing? We're leaving Goldie in the parking lot for a few days. While the line to get into Yosemite Park this morning is huge. We got up early this morning, left our campsite to move to Fish Camp, which is at the southern section of the park, just outside the park gates, to stay at Tenaya Lodge. And this seems like a much busier entrance. I think they have a few less booths, but I think this must be sort of the main way to get into the park. So my suggestion is get here early. We're coming in the gates now near 11 o'clock because we did have that move. And the sun has come out this morning, so maybe people have dashed in here to get some sunshine. So yeah, plan your trip well. Americans are usually late starters, so if you get in here early, you should be able to beat the crowd. We'll let you know on Wednesday when we come in here, and we're going to come in early and see if we can get straight through. Thing on earth.
The sequoias grow bigger than anything on the earth. Yes.
And they live
Longer.
They live longer than any other living thing. How amazing! So after 40 minutes on the line, we're here in the Mariposa Grove in the southern section, which is where you're going to find the sequoia trees.
Mommy, there's ice.
And we're excited to check them out because we couldn't go to Sequoia National Park because of the massive winter storm. And we're not going to be able to fit it in because we're going to San Fran next. So this is where we get to experience them, which is really cool. They can live up to 1,800 years old, some have been reported. And so massive that cars can even drive through some, so it's cool that we're here. Alright, the girls want me to show you what they're doing right now.
Why is it a top to the
Well, it's fallen for whatever reason. You can see the...
Why is it cut off here?
Oh, they probably cut it off there to be safe. These sequoias are beautiful. The red trunks stand out in the green forest. It's so pretty. Now, if you're wondering the difference between the sequoia and the redwood, they look kind of similar. The redwood is the tallest tree. The sequoia is the largest tree. So they're the massive ones. He's a beauty, the grizzly giant.
Giant loop trail.
Where's the California tunnel tree? From inside the tree. Well, that was an interesting story to the California tunnel tree. It was originally, the hole was carved in it so cars could drive through it, which we know is a big no-no now. But back then it was like really good for tourism, which ended up being a good thing because it was that tourism that helped this area become part of Yosemite National Park and be protected. But what is even more fascinating is that tree is now trying to heal itself, and the bark is growing inward to cover up the wound, which we see as being the hole or the tunnel, but for the tree it's its wound. Isn't that fascinating? What did you think of the sequoias, Savannah, and the Mariposa Grove? What did you think?
And I got my chocolate already.
Hugging a tree is a good reason. Better than spilling food all over it. Can you tell me what you thought about this part of Yosemite?
I didn't like how I was walking, but I like the trees.
You like the trees? That's the main thing.
Remember, don't carve your name in the tree.
Very bad to do that, isn't it? We saw a lot of people had done it.
This lady saw somebody who did it at 1921 and 1944.
Oh my gosh, you were paying attention, weren't you? They didn't understand back then how they could damage the environment, but now we know better, don't we? Because we have loads of cool junior rangers like you.
I'm tons of junior rangers. I'm a junior ranger from Burbank, Zion. What else?
Joshua Tree.
Joshua Tree.
Got so many I've lost count.
Yeah.
You're a good junior ranger. High five. I'm proud of you.
Lots of junior rangers.
I'm proud of you. Taking care of our Mother Earth.
Every single time I go to a national park, I do a junior ranger.
Yeah, it's important, isn't it? It teaches you how to love nature. Take care of it. Okay, it's our last day in the valley, so we've come in to do the Mirror Lake Trail. So I thought it was like a hidden gem, but actually it's very popular. One of the most popular trails in the park. You can do two options, 2 mile round trip in to look at the lake, and then you can loop around the lake, which would make it a 5 mile hike. And spring is the best time to go because the lake is full. Summer it's pretty much dried out and becomes like swampy. Let's check it out. So far the walk along here is really pretty through the forest. This is some pretty land in here. Well, Mirror Lake It was very beautiful, so it's worth doing if you have the time. It wouldn't take no more than an hour. I would love to have walked around the lake because it did look pretty, but the rain started coming down and everyone's tired after all the big hikes we've been doing, not just in here but for the last 6 months, which is how long we've been on our road trip now for. So thanks for joining us. If you've been joining us since the beginning, thank you. If you've only just discovered us, please subscribe to our channel. We have loads more family travel adventures to come as we finish this road trip around Australia, and then, sorry, we've done that already, around America. And remember to like this video. YouTube has stopped comments on family travel blog channels, so you can't comment there, but you can over on our blog and Facebook and social channels, all at Y Travel Blog. And you can find other videos on Yosemite in our playlist. So cheers guys, see you in the next video. Okay, behind me is tunnel view, one of the best views in the park. You can see on a clear day, the clouds just moved so we could see it, but you can see El Capitan, Half Dome and Bridal Veil Falls. It is spectacular, and the view out into that valley is just stunning. No wonder this is one of the most popular parks in the country and why it was so loved by people like Ansel Adams and John Muir.